Greetings and welcome to the Astronomy Picture of the Day podcast. Today's picture is titled NGC 602 and Beyond. So what do we see here? Well, here we see what looks like maybe a cosmic oyster out in space with a bunch of pearls inside. And in reality, we're seeing a nebula that we're looking at here and a young star cluster that is forming. And this is near the outer regions of the Small Magellanic Cloud. Now that is a small satellite galaxy of our own Milky Way, and this is just a small portion of that region. So what happens when stars are forming? Well, the stars begin to form from a denser cloud of gas and dust. And when they start to form, the largest and most massive stars and most energetic will form first. And they will start to eat away at the material, halting the star formation. Not immediately, but slowly will do that as they eat away at the material and push it back. If you look around the edges, you can see all the tendrils pointing in toward the star cluster, trying to identify, it appears. But what they are is those are the denser areas where stars are still in the process of formation. So at the tip of each of those tendrils pointing toward this cluster, we have another star or a couple of stars trying to form. And it's a battle between the stars and the dust and gas as to whether the stars can actually form first or whether the dust and gas will get pushed away before the stars can fully form. So that is an ongoing process and a battle between these two as stars attempt to form. In the long run, the stars always win. Eventually the material will be pushed away, but that doesn't mean that a lot more stars will not form in the meantime in those denser areas. Now, in the long run, the stars will clear out the entire area and will just have that cluster of stars left behind with the wispy tendrils of a little bit of material remaining. Now, while this is part of the Small Magellanic Cloud, which is outside of our galaxy, there are actually more distant galaxies visible here as well. In fact, prominently to the left of center, we can see a nice spiral galaxy there that are often millions of light years beyond this star cluster. So really, we're seeing multiple layers here on when we look at the sky. So we see stars that are within our galaxy. We see the star cluster and nebula that we're looking at of NGC 602, which is part of the Small Magellanic Cloud outside of our galaxy, but not by a whole lot since it's a satellite galaxy of ours. And then we can see even more distant galaxies, things that could be tens or hundreds of millions of light years away from us. So that distinction distance is lost when we look at things on the sky. We don't see distances directly. And we cannot easily tell just by looking at this without making other measurements which stars are close and which stars are far away. And the same goes true for the galaxies. We have to know something about them and make other measurements to really be able to determine that. So that was our picture of the day, titled NGC 602 and Beyond. We'll be back again tomorrow for the next picture. So until then, have a great day, everyone, and I will see you in class.